All right, gentlemen. All right, kings. Welcome back. So, from the good people over at Cosmic Verse, we're going to take a look over some women who are getting older and feeling invisible.
I don't think I'm behind. I think I just got the plan wrong. I just spent so much of my life and so much of my time following this timeline that I thought my life was supposed to be. And it turns out that's not what my life was supposed to be. And I thought something was like wrong with me. And now I'm realizing that whole plan wasn't meant for me in the first place. And starting over really isn't being behind. It's actually getting it right. Anyone else or just me?
This chick is so full of crap. Her timeline was find a rich man, find a guy who's going to pamper me and spoil me with her fake doctored chesties. No, she wasn't looking for true love. She was looking for the love of money.
Women becoming invisible to men because men are going to be opting for female robots. I love, it's one of my favorite things when men leave comments like this because I love knowing who the guys are that want a female robot. Because if you are the type of guy that would like to spend your life and have intimate relations with a robot, you are also the type of guy that should never ever have access to a human female in any which way.
You know, how many of you ladies have a battery operated boyfriend in your nightstand? And I think if anything, this doesn't talk more about the men as it much talks about the women. Imagine being a woman and you are being replaced by a toaster on steroids.
Okay, something no one talks about is how invisible you feel when you get older. You can tend to feel so invisible, so unseen, especially when you've been a mom for years and years or a parent, and you reach this age where you're just going to work every day or whatever you're doing every day. It's so mundane and you just feel unseen. And one day I said to myself, I feel absolutely invisible. I'm sick of it.
So, welcome to the life of the average man.
I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how I've been single for 2 years. Okay. November 1st, 2024. And I'm just having an issue of no man wants to commit to me. Like, I don't understand the issue. I cook, clean, do laundry, buy you stuff. I own a business. We go on trips. Hello, but no man wants to commit.
Because we don't care, because we prefer our peace of mind over a piece of action.
If you're a woman that feels invisible to men, you've probably heard a lot of women on the internet saying, like, yeah, it's so easy to get a boyfriend. Male attention is everywhere. It's very low value. They are climbing through your windows, clawing at your doors. Like, then you may be listening to this, feeling invisible to men, being like, oh, but like, that's not the case for me. Everybody says it's so easy to get a boyfriend, but for me, it's not. There must be something wrong with me. I must be ugly.
Did anyone else just not picture their 30s the way that they're turning out? Not having kids, not knowing if you want kids, not owning a house, not living close to your friends, feeling like you have zero friends. This post isn't even me having a whinge. It's just literally reflecting of how funny it is when you're in your 20s and you're like, oh, I'll be married with 2 kids when I'm 25 because 25 is so old. But then when you get to your 30s, I'm like, bro, this is young. But why do I feel old? I'm 33 and I feel old and I feel like I'm running out of time and I feel stressed about things that I've never stressed about. Even when I turned 30, I was in my most zen era and now I'm 33 and I'm like, oh, what is happening?
See, 33 is not old for this world, but it is too old to start a family, in my opinion. Or, you're going to start fresh. And it's like, okay, if I find a boyfriend at 33, then we date, and then it'll work out. Now I'm 35 and starting over again. Now I'm 36, starting over again. But I will admit, like, when you're in your 20s, you think you got the rest of your life. And all of a sudden, it's like, I remember when I was in high school, I was like, when I was 17, it's like, oh, 25, I'll have my career. I'll have my maybe working on a family. Then I hit 25. It's like, I still want to play video games and hang out with my friends.
a lady messaged me and says that I'm supposed to support women no matter what. Meaning, even if they're being fucking stupid, I'm supposed to support them. Listen, I don't even do that for my friends. When my friends are being fucking stupid, I don't support them in that way. I don't tell them, yo, it's okay. Yeah, you're so right, queen. You're so right. No, I don't. I tell them, look, you're being a fucking dumb bitch and you need to change.
I'll give her credit for at least keeping it real, but that accent, that, I don't know, New York, New Jersey, y'all gabagoo, blah, 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 that would get old real quick.
You're kind of tired being the woman who never quite feels good enough, never quite as successful, never quite as funny, never quite as put together, never quite as smart, never quite as beautiful, never quite as popular, never quite as chosen. And I see you. I see that you're tired. You're tired of trying so hard in a world that appears to praise everyone but you. You're tired of always being the friend who gives, yet no one else seems to give that way to you. You're tired of walking into rooms and feeling inconsequential. You feel a little bit like background noise.
Ladies, you have to understand, you don't have to be the most beautiful, the most fit, the most attractive woman in the room. As long as you have a nice smile and you're pleasant to be around and you don't yap too much and you don't give us a headache and cause chaos and drama and you're relatively in shape. I'm not saying you have to have six-pack abs, but as long as your gut isn't spilling out of your t-shirt, you'll find a guy that'll commit to you.
Some women start feeling invisible because nobody warns women how invisible they can start feeling after 40. In stores, at work, online. But here's what I realize. The second you stop seeing yourself as invisible, other people stop too. Confidence changes presence. So tell me, have you ever felt invisible after 40?
You know, it's one thing to be confident, it's another to be delusional.
Man, I'm talking to you. Dating has gone to shit. Pardon my lack of voice right now, but dating has gone to shit because of you. Yeah, I said because of you. And the reason why I said because of you is because you're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to initiate. You're supposed to make things happen. And you're supposed to keep balance and stability. But you're not.
You want us to be leaders? Then fall in line. You want us to take charge? Then keep your opinions to yourself. You want to be provided and protected for? You want a traditional man? Then be a traditional woman. Cook, clean, and a purity card holder on your wedding night. But if you're going to give out your cookie to everyone, if you belong to everyone, then you belong to no one. Guys will not protect public property. Anyways, guys, I figured leave it there. As always, take care and take it easy.